Hey everyone, Roger here. One of the hardest things to do in life is to actually change your life. And for me, before my accident 6 years ago, it was very different for me. My life was very different. I was at a state where, I was looking at my life and I was asking myself every single day, is this all I'm going to be? Is this my life? And I didn't know what I had to do, in order to change it. I thought about it, but, I didn't take any action and any action to challenge myself to get to the next level, because I really, honestly, I never really thought about it until, I had that accident. I slipped on a step, which is kind of weird because it was slipping on a step to make that first step. So I was kind of forced to take that step. And now when I look back at it, I'm thinking, maybe the universe was telling me, Roger, it's time. It's time to stop thinking about changing your life. And, you're going to have to go through a really hard journey in order to figure out what you need to do. And then you'll figure everything out. And so after I, healed myself from my anxiety and depression and rock bottom, I finally figured out what I needed to do. And it was to make the choice to change my life. Because during that time when I was going through my anxiety and depression, I was on the couch every single day and I was sad and depressed. And I was kind of forced to be, to tell myself that I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to be a better version of myself now, because I've seen myself at my worst, right? So I decided to really tune into what I really needed to do to see changes in my life. And one of those things was to, push myself. I pictured myself how I wanted to be like, right? To get to, because at that time I felt like I was the worst version of myself. So I wanted to see something better. And I was afraid that I was never going to be normal again, right? Because before my accident, I thought I was normal back then. Like physically and mentally, I thought I was normal, but I wasn't happy. But I wanted to level that up. So, I started to read a lot of quotes. I started to read more positive information and just try to fill my mindset with more positivity, so then I can start to educate myself on how I can become better. And that led to me to learning how to love myself, because loving yourself is one of the most important things that I learned through my journey. And once you start to love yourself, your life changes so much. You see your perspective on the world, the perspective about people, your perspective about life. It all changes when you start loving yourself. That's why I talk a lot about in my quotes, that you have to work from the inside in order for your outside to be the way you want it to be, because most of the time we're thinking, the world is in a big mess. I wish things were better and stuff. But sometimes you have to push that aside, and a lot of bad things are happening in the world, yes, but remember, this is your journey, right? So you need to focus on yourself first. And when you start to focus more onto yourself, you're going to see incredible changes in your life. And taking that first step, I know it's hard for most people. Some people, you might be content or satisfied with your life right now, but you always have to tell yourself that it can get better. You can always achieve to a more greatness, become greater. So you have to find out what that is. For me, I prefer to live a very simple life. As long as I'm happy, as long as I'm healthy and and I'm having great experiences with my family and friends, I'm happy, and helping people. That's one of the major things that I love doing the most, is helping people. And that makes me very happy. So, find what that is that makes you happy. Find what that is that you want to spend time focusing your energy on and trying to become a better version of yourself. And, make that step to change your life. I know sometimes it might be hard, because you can just say, oh yeah, I want to change my life. But then you think about, oh, well, I'm afraid to take that first step. But, take that first step, that little step, even if it's a tiny step. And I always say, those little steps are always can turn into big, huge steps. So take that chance, to change your life, and you're going to see a huge difference. So hopefully you're having a great day, and I will catch you next video. Take care. Bye.